So first of all, thank you very much for giving the opportunity to Digitech to present Be-bound today on augmented connectivity for augmented civil registration. So my name is Margot O'Day, and I will be presenting on behalf of Digitech Development Be-bound. So first of all, to give you information on Digitech, so we are a software development company for CRVS modernization projects. So we work far upstream of ID projects implementation, from business requirements analysis to providing adapted, innovative, and performance solutions. So to start with the context. So I will explain you our thoughts and reflections which are behind the development of Bebound. From our experience, we have identified several challenges and bottlenecks in the registration of birth and death events. So to start with, digitally registering an event is often a struggle, as according to the World Bank, 59% of the population in sub-Saharan Africa lives in rural areas. Plus, in these areas, civil registry offices are unfortunately not widely spread. Besides, the connection to the internet is not optimal either. Therefore, we have seen an opportunity there, or let's say winning strategy to prevent this from occurring. So to bring a solution which is complementary by increasing birth and death registration in locations with low connectivity. This strategy of getting digital registration closer to birth and death events would utterly increase registration rates. So in order to make this happen, it requires both improvements. First, the multiplication of registration places, enabling a better access to the population. And secondly, mobility, which allows to reach isolated people. The aftermath is a solution which significantly increases the connectivity through the leverage of existing infrastructure. So for urban areas, the data usage is optimized and the public services is resilient to data outage. Whereas in rural or remote areas where there is weak or absent network coverage, the technology allows to have a consequential SMS coverage. So what is Bebound? So Bebound is a multi-component solution providing minimal connectivity services between an Android smartphone app or IoT device with an application server. Bebound is implemented as an end-to-end solution, ensuring augmented connectivity is delivered to the right data collection process through the selection of the best available network, whether it is Wi-Fi, 4G, 3G, GPRS, or 2G, and the data encoding and compression process is facilitated in low-capacity network, so either in a weak, saturated, or unstable networks, and can even function without internet using the local GSM network. So Bebound offers key benefits, technically speaking. So first, the processes consume less data. Our technology deploys a combination of data compression methodology for the best results. The processes are secured. Our technology exploits data security methodology at different levels, either at the proxy, transport, or data level. And you can see on the right-hand side the comparison numbers with uncompressed data. So especially for photo or speed, Bebound is much more efficient. So what makes Bebound unique? So we have made a comparison between Bebound and the main solutions operated in similar CRVS environments. So in low connectivity context, the main SMS-based solutions are built on a chatbot principle. So it is a simple interaction between a GSM phone and a server to implement a Q&A process between the registrant and the automated system. With such methodology, each Q&A requires 2 SMS, a birth declaration requires an average 20 SMS, and a minimum of 15 minutes for 10 questions. Such operations limits the use or implementation of business rules, whether in front office or in back office, such as data dictionaries, and requires a full attention as well as the user's GSM availability during the process. If the process were to be interrupted, the user would have to restart all over the entire declaration. And with Bebound, the data is collected through an app, so it integrates data dictionaries and business rule. The user experience is in line with current mobility standards, so speaking about ergonomy, ease of use, security, and so on. Also, Bebound has capabilities to read eID card or to transfer non-text data. Finally, it also allows data encryption and compression. In the end, with Bebound, a BOF declaration represents a 5 to 6 minute process and 3 to 5 SMS. So to give you a real use case of what has been deployed in Ivory Coast by Onesi. So here is a graph where it shows an end-to-end platform which is built with a mobile and web declaration for the front office data collection, a central system with two main components. So on one side, a civil registry system, and secondly, a population registry system, which are interconnected and interoperable. In this process, Bebound is implemented through a mobile app which collects BOF declarations from health centers. So the health practitioner is using a smartphone to collect the data required for BOF registration. The information is provided by the parents based on breeder documents, or could be directly read from their eID card. Once the declaration is complete, the health practitioner can validate the form, and a certificate is then delivered to the parents, and the data package is transferred to the central registry system. So here afterwards, Bebound checks the network's availability and builds the adapted data package with, of course, the compression and encryption steps. So in case the only available network is the GSM one, the data package is hatched in a multiple SMS. Then, when the data is integrated in the central system, a receipt is sent back to the health professional for confirmation. The BOF is available for the civil registrar and will be finalized when the parents head to the civil registry center with the certificate number. Please note that during the BOF declaration process finalization, a unique identification number is given to the child and registered into the population registry. This is part of another process, which is not the subject of today's presentation. So, in conclusion, thanks to this workflow and Bebound solution, all BOF events are registered into the central civil registry system. So it ensures declarations are made within the legal frame time, reduces legal procedures regularization, such as supplementary judgment for out-of-time declaration. It also serves as a follow-up for declarations and documents issuance by the Civil Registry Administration. The process is also compliant with Côte d'Ivoire law. As of today, there are 150 mobiles deployed in health centers, and this number will be extended to 10,000 mobiles all over the country to cover health centers and villages. So, as a conclusion, Bebound enables digital services by bridging infrastructure gaps by the following advantages. So Bebound is a technology for inclusion. It can also run complex business rules. It allows immediate registration of civil events, a live monitoring registration, fraud prevention on false declaration, access to connected services anywhere, and this technology is recommended for asynchronous process or low desynchronization, only a few minutes, though it cannot be considered or used for process requiring high synchronicity. A wide range of opportunities of use have been identified as of today and can be enriched. So we have identified childhood and mother protection, healthcare, as well as identity for registration, supervision, online authentication, social care, and education. So I hope you you learn new things on Bebound and how to register birth declarations offline. And we will be happy to answer any of the questions you may have. You can contact us by email afterwards. And thank you, Dr. Atik, for giving us the opportunity to present Bebound today, and to all ID4Africa team. And we'll see you at the show in Marrakesh.
Yes, thank you very much. I actually think this is a promising platform just from a technology innovation point of view. It deserves to be explored. I'm glad to see Côte d'Ivoire is deploying at scale. So I'm sure you will update us in the future. Thank you so much once again.